Hey, good facts here. Today we're going to get some gameplay in with Richard Sherman's BCA and Eric Berry's BCA cards. So I'm going to look through Sherman here first. This promo dropped today yesterday actually. We got all the defensive players for the BCA promo. As let's just compare Sherman's stats. There are some good players that came out in this BCA. These two are the top two. Then Wilkerson's also very solid. Decent budget guys if your team requires them. But the 87 speed, it makes me a little worried. I talked about Mel Blount last week as a perfect cover 2 cornerback. Sherman's along the same lines. In real life, he does like a lot of cover 3 match, kind of presses the line of scrimmage, then runs deep with them in a cover 3 type situation. But 87 speed in Madden, it makes it hard to really press receivers that could really have 90 to 92 speed going against them. But, 93 jumping. So that's why I like this guy in a cover 2, especially because cover 2 is so good this year. But block shedding at 62 is pretty good, similar to Sam Madison. Not upper tier block shed. That's no Night Train Lane in last year's game or Mr. Mel Blount in this year's game. But Sam and Sherman will be my 1 and 2 going forward, just so I can play a lot of cover 2 with them. Press 95. If you run a lot of man coverage, that will help. He's got a little bit of boost there to man zone and press with his lockdown defender chemistry. But let's move on to BCA Eric Berry. 90 overall when he gets his boosts to his big hitter traits. I'm going to compare him to Larry Wilson. So look down. Berry's got one more speed, less acceleration, less play rec, less tackling, a little bit better man coverage, similar, same zone. Pursuit is lower, but hit power is 3 higher. So I don't know what to say about this. I'm a little disappointed that this Eric Berry card is not better than Larry Wilson. In my opinion, the Wilson beats it clearly with that play rec pursuit difference. Berry's got 1 speed, but Wilson has 2 acceleration. I know Berry has higher hit power, but the tackling on there is on Wilson. So it's too bad. The jumping is there for Berry if you have deep passes, but Wilson really hasn't let me down on those deep passes. So we're going to try out Berry, see what he has to say for himself in coverage against the run on the support, and get some gameplay in with these two on the defense. So this defensive promotion will go through the 14th, where they will switch to BCA and offense. And I wonder if there's going to be a master set. So the Sherman's the master for defensive set, and we might get one combined. I don't know. Last year, oh my gosh, that is why I said gush. That is why you need Gut Fox's special teams depth chart, where I told you to put Landon Collins there, and you got to pick. That I meant to hit LB. If I hit LB there, I score a touchdown instead of an interception. So that is my fault. We're not really focused on offense, focused on defense. So as you can see, he's kind of doing that similar play. There's Sherman kind of breaking through the block. Like the block didn't pick him up. He came and made the tackle. It was a little bit funny animation. This one was my fault because I put him in a hard flat instead of a cloud flat. So he really could have, should have followed that up the field a little bit. So my opponents hit me with some quick passes. And, this is a lot of the guys in Madden around the meta. He picked up his fumble, or else he was going to get really unlucky this game. Nice little, 4 verts underneath route to that halfback. Nice little moves. Woo-hoo-hoo! But yeah, our guys are on the right side of the field. I guess the free safety, Mr. Berry, is on the left side. So take a look at him at free safety spot. There he is getting the block. Not able to get off of it in time to make the tackle, but we are able to sweep up. Here I'm using Berry, and there he throws a nice high pass. That's what I should have done on the goal line. So far not great. But do I think Mr. Sherman is worth his price? Yeah. So I really commend EA for making these master sets affordable for just about the middle class and mutt to do them. Shockey's breaking tackle, doing shocky things, and takes a big hit stick. But that's okay. He got quite a few yards. Second and 1. But so him and Blount are about the same price. Who do I like better? I think I like Mel Blount a little bit better than Sherman right now. I think Sherman's a little too slow at 87. His block shed isn't high enough. They're both 6'3", so take that as you will as we drop that pass. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And like I said about Berry, I think he's the second best free safety in my opinion, right behind that Wilson. Especially their prices are similar, and I really do like that. There are some guys that are just more affordable than others. Like there's some top end guys that are just crazy, like that Gurley halfback card, and then it got beaten by LaShawn McCoy just a few days later, and other things like that. Right in front of where my user should have been for that pick. So yeah, we're looking right with Sherman's got the red star under him still. Again, another drag route there. He is close to the ball, not making a play though. Here he's coming off the blitz off the edge. Can he get home? Can he get home? Doesn't get home in time, but we are able to get the knockdown. So now in a cloud flat, he is flooding that side of the field. Sherman's locking it down pretty nicely, and he scrambles. Our pass rusher isn't able to get home. So now, he's going to threaten deep against Berry, but he throws underneath it and drops the ball for the lack of the conversion. He punted. Now I'm on offense again. Throw the out route there. AJ Green, he's going to make a ton of plays for me. This is also my first game with him on the squad too. So watch for him also. He is going to put on quite a show here in a second. 35 seconds left in the first half, so we're driving. But yeah, the thing about this Sherman is this 300,000 coin price for one of the best cornerbacks in the game is appropriate. But I think a lot of people are still going to be ripping packs, so it's going to go down. So if you can wait, I don't know, a week, it's always nice to get guys the day they come out. But if you can wait just a little bit, maybe till next weekend, right before the 14th expiration date, to pick up Sherman, he should be at his lowest. Right before that Saturday before it. So here's AJ Green deep, and oh, gee, do you see him jump up through the roof? So we're doing a little power roll out of the pistol. That's fun, but I like to vary up my play calling, make it a little bit more exciting Madden. So we just did a little counter, didn't go as far, but so those are 2 runs, and then we're just gonna try a pass. Try a long little pass out of the same set. Get a little mini scheme going. This isn't exactly how I wanted to set it up. But there it is, over the top, over the middle. Should have thrown it lower and harder, but that is what it is. So we'll just run the power and try to pick up this first down. Blocks it up perfectly. But yeah, so Sherman, I think I might keep him on my squad. I picked him up with the intention of selling him back because this price will more than likely drop. Oh, nice little AJ Green down the sideline. And this, can he rumble, stumble, bumble to the? Oh no, he can't. I didn't get the Chris Berman in. So we're just going to fullback dive it, or no, halfback inside zone it to Henry for the touchdown. So we're back on defense. He's, again, pressuring us deep, but we get the fumble again off the edge. Our defense is playing rock solid on those pressure plays. He's not getting much time. There is Sherman, unable to knock the ball out. In the past, you could maybe expect a little bit more of that ball knocking out. There we fake the blitz, go back with Lloyd Malloy, and get the interception. So that kind of seals the game up, 17-7 with 3:55 left. But I don't want to kind of stop there. I want to keep passing the ball, keep the game going. Maybe he can test my defense again. So that's kind of where I'm at. Throw it deep again. AJ Green, I don't know how he got that one. That was crazy. That looked pick until he just took it right out of dude's hands. Like a Fail Mary type situation there. Little corner action. That John Brown, I sold Antonio, if you guys didn't know. That John Brown's played really well for me also. So do I think Sherman's worth it? Yes. I think he's worth it. I think his price might even be $200K next weekend. Definitely get that if you can. And now I'm going to be using Eric Berry here in the secondary. It's kind of the deep zone, and he's got nowhere to go as our pressure gets home. Kawan short playing, so we're playing a little short with Berry. Oh, nice hit. Malloy's unable to knock it out. He's kind of throwing near Sherman. Sherman's covering a couple guys, covering it deep. His speed was able to keep up with that wide receiver running deep right there. There, once again, he's pressed to the line, running cover 3 deep. Not getting really burned by his receivers too badly. There he is pressed off, not getting outrun. Like, the guy keeps up, but his speed didn't really show up too poorly this game. In the other game I played, I didn't see much of Sherman being burned over the top, but he ended up quitting for that interception, and that is it. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I will see you tomorrow.